19th stop around the country. We have one more this afternoon, and we've seen all 20 shelters from around the country. We started on Tuesday, and we've been traveling kind of non-stop, so this is my most leisure day. I only have this one and one in Florida. But I want to tell you how fortunate you are with, first of all, your president here. We had dinner with her last night, got to speak to her, and what a dedicated person she is. And I'm anxious to get to meet her staff and her colleagues and the volunteers here. So let's give all the volunteers a big hand. As we travel around is that I have a chance to see a lot of folks, a lot of shelters, a lot of animals. But remember, the whole idea behind this is bringing communities and shelters together to take recognition higher so that people know where the shelter is. And I'm certainly going to talk to the shelter folks here about getting the city and county and state folks involved, because I see there's a little sign right out here. But how about the turnoff where all the big traffic is? We might have a sign out there, because if people don't know where to go to adopt an animal or rescue an animal, they just don't know. But most people know where they sell puppies someplace. So let's have a bigger sign than the puppy guys have, and so we can get people to the shelter, and adoption should be the option first. So let's talk to the city folks about getting some type of sign out. I know the sign code will say no, but you know, that's why they have the word called variance. and variance to save animals' lives is probably a good thing to do. But again, the whole idea is to bring communities and shelters together in ways that they've never had a chance to do. And most of the time, the shelter folks, when they see the shelter folks, a lot of people run away because they got their hand out and they're asking for a donation. Well, that's the only way these folks can live, is with a donation. So the idea is to take it up a notch or two higher on a national basis.
Thank you for coming down on behalf of the city of Hinesville and all our animal lovers, including me. We'd like to present you a gift.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
And it shows some of the history of our city.
Oh, great.
So we'd like to thank you for coming down and taking a look at our facilities, because we surely need you.
Good. Well, I hope that your community jumps in and supports you.
We have just recently, in the last 2 years, done a good bit of work in here. We put in all of the insulation with, of course, help of a local babe and quite a few donors. We put in new kennels. So this used to house the kennels that one of our dogs about 6 months ago, and she was just returned back to animal control, and the owners abandoned her. So we're trying to work with animal control, see what we can do about that. All-in-one kind of situation. As you can tell, our electrical is bad. That's all we have, and we throw that quite often. So can't run any by the officers. And as soon as the puppies do get here with animal control, we have an agreement with them. We go ahead and put them in our quarantine, but it's still their property. But we go ahead and start treating them because parvo is so prevalent here. They usually pull their trucks back here and unload them. We try to stay as separated as possible, of course, to try to limit contamination. This area here is heated propane with our agreement to filter for the gas. Quite a good bit. Good, because as you can tell, it's just an open air and the tarps keep it in. They wet down the kennels and even the dogs if needed.